Good evening to one and all present here. I welcome you all to the Change of Guards ceremony of Technological Association. I request the dignitaries to come on stage. Now I would like to call upon General Secretary Technological Association Omkar Thube to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor and President Technological Association Professor A.B. Pandit. Now I would like to call upon Cultural Secretary Technological Association Shubham Mali to welcome Vice President Technological Association Professor Ashok Atle. Now, I would like to call upon Technical Secretary Technological Association Kshitij Itkare to welcome Dean Academic Programs Professor S.S. Bhagwat. The Technological Association of Institute of Chemical Technology, popularly and fondly known as the TA, is a legacy that has been passed down from batch to batch for years. The TA conducts numerous co-curricular and extracurricular activities throughout the year by the students. TA is headed by two experienced professors, the President of the Technological Association being the Vice Chancellor of the Institute of Chemical Technology, Professor A.B. Pandit, and the Vice President of Technological Association being Professor Ashok Atle. The student members of the Technological Association include four federally elected members, which is the General Secretary, the Cultural Secretary, the Technical Secretary, and Treasurer. 5 office bearers, the Public Relations Secretary, Design Secretary, the PG Representative, PhD Representative, and Gender Discrimination Secretary, and Secretaries of various clubs or fests of ICT. The Technological Association organizes technical, cultural, and sports events, which provides a platform for the students to showcase their talent and result in the overall well-being of all the students. Now I would like to invite Honorable Vice Chancellor and President A.B. Pandit to address the event.
VP Technological Association Professor Atle, Dean Academic Program Professor Bhagwat, Professor Joshi, Sangamitra, and my young student friends. Why they call a change of guards? I'm sure you know the history of this particular terminology. This history of terminology comes from the original change in guard schedule which happened in Buckingham Palace. Wherever when the duty of one particular set of guards would change and the duty of the next set of guards would start, it would go through a very elaborate procedure of change of guards, handing over the baton, handing over the regalia which goes with the position of Buckingham Palace guards. So this term is now followed here It is also followed, if you remember, at Wagha border, which is between Pakistan and India. So this change of guard has a significance, and this significance is essentially passing on the mantle of the continuity and reminding the new guards about their duty and responsibility which the previous guards have carried out successfully. So, as the change of guard name suggests, it is essentially handing over the charge to a new set of committed student members, the members of Technological Association, the office bearers of Technological Association, and the legacy of the Technological Association activities should continue. And they should continue following the ethics which are recommended when any activity is carried out. And new people are technologists and engineers, and you will also learn the ethics of engineering. If anybody is more interested in finding out how do you perform your duty as an ethical engineer, I would request you to go and refer to a website which is www.nspe, National Society of Professional Engineers.org. Now, very similar to, we have broad guidelines written in Bhagavad Gita or 10 commandments which are written in Bible. Similarly, you will find 6 commandments which are given in the ethics of engineering practice. And you people need to know about these ethics while performing your duties as engineers and technologists. And today's change of guard and the new set of office bearers who are taking up this particular charge is a right reminder for them of their duties as they should follow and the ethics which they should follow. So this is not a time for big speech. I am very happy that in spite of COVID-19 pandemic and in spite of all the difficulties and constraints which the earlier members faced, they have performed admirably, and it is up to the new committee which takes force or takes into force today and takes a charge to improve upon that performance, mainly because at least part of the restrictions of having things to do online are going to be removed from 21st of March, that is Monday. We are starting our offline courses and offline lectures as the notice you might have already received. So wish you all the very best. Keep performing to the best of your abilities, following the ethics as well as keeping the ICT flag high and making Bombay Technologists a thriving journal which is everybody interested in publishing into, and arrange technical, cultural, social programs in such a way that it furthers the knowledge and broadens the horizon of all the students, including younger faculty, by their active participation. So I would just like to conclude by saying that it is your time now. Explore it to the fullest. Appreciate the chance which has been given to you and show that you can also do it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon Professor Ashok Atle, Vice President, Technological Association, to address the event.
Namaste, good evening, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Pandit, Professor Bhagwat, respected professors and my dynamic friends, students. We are happy to be back to the good old days of in-person interaction. In March 2020, the pandemic hit us and the lockdown began. And in last 2 years, we have missed this activity or this kind of interaction. So after almost a gap of 2 years, we are again interacting with each other in person interaction. And as it is said that for the human beings, the differentiating factor between the man and other animals is one, the textile, the clothing which we wear, and second is the functions which we enjoy. Yeah, so today we are going to enjoy this ceremony, this function of change of guards. Last year, the students, despite all the difficulties, the lockdowns and many restrictions, still they performed many of these functions, though the functions were conducted online, but very good response was received. And now they are going to pass on the baton to the next team. So like in cricket match, when a batter comes to play, he first observes the field, then the pitch condition and the bowler, and then he takes stance. So similarly, in your case also, you should understand what are the limitations, what are the restrictions, what are the conditions, because now in next 10-15 days, you have to complete all the activities, because we have very limited time. So like T20 match, we have limited time to conduct all these activities. Last year, Professor Purnima Amin ma'am guided the students, and she is still helping us carry out these activities. And as Guru Vasishtha advised his Shishya, Ram, Lakshmana and other Shishya, ke jnanavanen sukhavan, jnanavanen jivati, jnanavaneva balavan, tasmat jnanamayo bhava. So apart from your regular activities, the study activities, academic activities, please try to learn the social, cultural and co-curricular activities. So this time, these interactions which you are going to have in next few days and then in next year also. So try to build on your interpersonal relationships, your other extracurricular activities, build your friendship, learn many new techniques. So ultimately the basic idea behind this social, cultural and co-curricular activities is to become a complete person. Like Raymond's ka ad aata hai na, the complete man. So similarly, these activities will make you a complete person. So all the best to you. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much for your valuable words, sir. Now I would like to call all the ex-secretaries from the clubs of Vortex, Manthan and Arts Club to welcome the respective club convener. Thank you.
Now I request Omkar Thube, General Secretary Technological Association for the year 2020-21 to present the annual report.
Good evening all. Honorable Professor Pandit, Vice Chancellor ICT Mumbai, VPTA Professor Athalle, and Dean AP Professor Bhagwat, all my dear conveners, and all other club secretaries, ex and current. Good evening to you all. I am Omkar Thube, General Secretary for 2021. So actually, I am supposed to go through all the events. So I think as the events were actually conducted by Cultural Secretary, so he will go through all the events. I'll just go through all the broader area and then he will continue with it. So actually, my term is I am first online General Secretary, and I think I am the only online General Secretary. So when I became one, actually that term would sometimes I would fear that term. But now when I look back and the way we did the things, the way we organized all the events from the scrap, even it was the possibility of having the events was zero. And from that, we had every event and every of my club was doing completed their event. So about that, I would like to tell you the span of events at that time. I think that should be shared. So the first thing was actually it was thought that the PTA should also not be made at until the offline mode is done. So my ex-secretary is forced to do that so that all the message has to be passed through the secretaries. So first PTA was made. So after that it was said that there will not be any event. So you don't need any core for all the secretaries. Let all the ex-secretaries continue. So we forced that there should be a pass-off message and we should have our core. So we had our core. So after that, there was a clear message that there will not be any events. So what we thought, we convinced them by this that we will have zero budget events, and we had complete plan. My cultural secretary had complete plan with treasurer. So we passed that plan. So that was approved. So after that, then we said that if we are going to have some events, they should have their own core. So after that, we got the permissions for all the cores. And next up, so as we had the course, so we just put up budget to our that ex VPTA, so that ma'am, we just need confirmation that if we need some, we will have some small amount of budget. And what our treasurer did was he put a budget of 24 lakhs, and that was directly declined. So, but that was the thing that then we were told that decrease the budget. So that's the way we came to 18 lakh budget. So from the scrap, we convinced everyone. So that's the way we had our events. And I think the way we planned them from the scrap, we had every problem from starting from shifting to online mode, and then finding solution for every small problem, because we did not have anyone to guide. Our ex-secretaries were completely offline. So every problem we had, it was new. And I think my team was so positive so that they found solution for every problem, and we had it successfully completed. So as I talk about the events, I should not forget the work done by my technical secretary and office bearers. My technical secretary Kshitij Itkare and office bearers, all the office bearers like PR head Gayatri and design head Arnav and all others. Because in clubs we actually knew that these things are done, but in technical mode, for the technical things, everything was new because all exams and all things were going online. So that time even CRs did not know what has to be done. So that I think he clearly faced it everything. Even we did not have VG representative. He himself completely took the charge, and I think I should mention his name. After that, just a minute. Sorry. I think I should also mention the teams my secretaries had, because their teams also worked really hard to get all things done. For example, I would like to mention the ICT marathon, which was we did it in online mode because it was also first time, and we had 800 participation. So in 800 participation, we shipped everyone the T-shirts and medals to their own address. So it was not an easy task to do it. Likewise, every club had it done, and I think that is also important to mention. All their teams. Next up, I would like to thank everyone for supporting us. I would like to thank Vice Chancellor Professor Pandit for believing in us and so guiding us every time. Our ex-VPTA Professor Amin and also our current VPTA Professor Athalle for always guiding us and keeping faith in us. Our VPTA was, I think I should say, she was backbone for us because every time we had something to say, she would at least listen what we have to say and what are we planning. I think she is the one we are able to at least do the events and shift it to. Next up, I would like to thank all our beloved conveners because they also supported every of our club because many of times there would not be a solution for some problem, and all our conveners supported them and helped them to get it done. Next up, I would also like to thank Dean AP Professor Bhagwat because as we shifted to online mode, he also supported us very positively and it gave us enormous support. Next up, I would also like to thank Professor Deshmukh, our registrar. He also supported us in every possible way. Next up, all the ARs, assistant registrars, academic and finance, they also supported us in every mode. Even exam staff was also very supportive. And all the clerks and support staff, they were also helping us in every way. Next up, I would like to thank my federal TA, other members, for their belief in me and supporting me every time. And I would also like to thank the current federal TA for organizing this event because it is very late, still they kept it, and that's very, I think it's an honor for us to have this event. Next up, I would like to thank all my secretaries for believing in me and supporting me every way. And at the end, I would like to thank all the students who believed in me and thought me capable of helping them and supporting them in every way. As I come to end to my speech, I think one thing I should mention is I fear there are things which concern me. There is no support from Tech Week from 2 years, and the seed money for 3 years was not transferred from account department, and even some of our student representatives are suppressed when they go. They need some help from the administration. So I think it's very concerning to the Technological Association because I have seen students feeling less belief in Technological Association, and the main example when we noticed was that getting less responses for the club secretary and general secretary applications. So I think it is very concerning, I think, and we should think on that, and that's very important to take on. Other than that, I would say there will be many challenges, many questions, many problems, but as we are Technological Association, we find the solutions. We do it as our own way, and I think whenever you guys need us, we are there. All my secretaries will always be there. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Now I would request Shubham Mali, Cultural Secretary, Technological Association for the year 2020-21 to come on the dais.
Hello everyone. Respected President TA, Vice President TA, Bhagwat sir, and all my dear conveners and student friends. So it was a great honor for me to be one of the student representative of ICT as a cultural secretary and to work with all of you in many student activities. All of us have survived and successfully came out of many unpredictable situations in last 2 years. And I think our tenure was one of such experience. And it was blurry, very unclear situation in the beginning. The entire lifestyle was completely changed. We were suddenly got into many new things, and we were supposed to adapt them and keep the life going. And I think we all have done it. And it was indeed a challenging year for us. And as academics turned online, even the FACE had to adapt the online mode. And Technological Association took every step to keep the FACE just as breathtaking as it used to be in offline mode. So we tried to involve every student right from first year bachelor's to PhD students, and we had participants from all branches and all years of all courses. The online year began with the bang with Vortex being the first virtual fest. Vortex had their usual events, Prodigy, Pharma, General Series, and number of speakers who gave motivational talks to our students, and new event, Socially Defined Problem. The event was introduced, which had collaboration with 4 NGOs, such as you and I, and Donate Card, Udan, etc. The secretaries, Tanmay and Arsalan, and their team put a lot of hard work to make Vortex successful, and I am congratulating them for such hard work. Vortex was followed by E-Summit, and that was headed by Yukti and Suraj sir, along with the team, which again in the online mode made a fantastic job. They had a great lineup of speakers and series of events and excellent workshops. And I am also congratulating them for their successful event management. Manzar followed the E-Summit. Manzar has always been the most loved cultural fest of not only ICT but all of Mumbai. From having most popular celebrities, artists, comedians, and having contestants ranging from dance, drama, fashion show, jam. Manzar and its name on the hearts of all participants and the entire audience. The secretaries Divax and Vipla along with the team gave their best to make the online Manzar so engaging. So Manzar was so I also congratulating Divax and Vipla for their such hard work. And next Manzar was followed by people's favorite Sports Saga, and Sports Saga in offline mode is the most sought after event of ICT and all of Mumbai. But in the online mode, Sports Saga secretaries Kushang and Shubham Wankhede along with the team gave their best to keep up the spirits of sports enthusiasts. And from e-gaming to fitness workshop to having 6 renowned sports persons giving talks, Sports Saga gave us an amazing online sports space. And we also followed our tradition like ICT Marathon, which had been following since last many years, and they also completed it in very hardworking and excellent manner. Means they had 800 participants, and they also delivered all T-shirts, all medals to each and every runner's home. So I am congratulating Kushang and Shubham for such case. After Sports Saga was followed by Euphoria, which was a collaborative event organized by Music Club, headed by Mitesh and Swarali and team. And Manthan was in that event. Manthan was also collaborated, and Manthan was headed by Swapnil and his team. Euphoria had wide range of performances by our students, especially freshers. FY got chance to showcase their talent in front of other students, and final year got chance to dance for one last time too. We have to congratulate them also. Thank you. The next event was Jazba, which was an event organized by Performing Arts Club of ICT, headed by Sharan Shetty and the team, which had various events in the drama category. And another part of art club, like Fine Arts Club of ICT Meraki, headed by Saurabh and his team, also had an art fest, which had many speaker artists and online art exhibition. Next, the TEDx ICT Mumbai also carried their tradition forward by having an inspiring set of talks, performances. It was beautifully organized by Sai Tirekar and Tanvi Varadkar and his team, and her team. Next, the Lit Club was headed by Soumya, and the team organized various engaging activities throughout the year, highlighting the main event MUN and the latest volume of the Spirit of ICT, which was also recognized by many, uh, which was also recognized by many of us, and released, which contains essays, poems, and pieces. Sorry, essays and poems, and that was completely made by our students. So I congratulate Soumya for such case. And lastly, Bombay Technologies. They have also carried out many activities in research, and Rushad and Ridesh done excellent job in such research activities. And looking back to activities and events we conducted, I think we inspired ourselves and our successors by creating some sort of a history and setting benchmarks in many things. It was same thing we did like आपदा का अवसर में बदलना है. And lastly, it wouldn't have possible without support of our college administration. They supported us in every move and encouraged in going for many new things. Thank you, sir, for all of such things. Even though our juniors, means the next TA members, had hardly 1 year in college, but they are doing excellent job, and now they are carrying many offline events. So I wish them all the best for all their remaining activities, and you have successfully carried out the all completed activities. And thank you for supporting us, believing us, and thanks.
Sorry guys, I'll have to leave you in between, but all the very best, and we'll have a detailed discussion as well as interaction soon. Enjoy your
Now I would like to call upon Kshitish Itkare, Technical Secretary, Technological Association for the year 2020-21 to come on the dais.
Good evening all. This is my first time public speaking, so please excuse me if I fumble. I hope everyone has slept well, because no one should ever compromise their sleep. That is another topic, but feel free to doze off if you feel sleepy. Now to my speech. The position of technical secretary has taught me a lot, probably the most that I have learned till now. I can't thank my seniors enough who persuaded me and helped me prepare for the selection process, without whom I wouldn't have been a TS, and thanks to COVID. I would just like to state that I was first online TS and hopefully the only one. This applies to all my fellow secretaries as well. During my tenure, I initially used to contact ex-TS Pritesh Patil sir and ex-UG Rep Aditya Ayer. I huge thanks to both of them for supporting me. Coming to our TA, I cannot have asked for a better TA team during my tenure, especially the Fed TA. GS Omkar Dubey, he's the most hardworking man I have seen with my eyes till date. This man stayed in hostel even though all UG students went to their home. He used to visit offices for the whole TA's work. Whenever confused, I used to call him, and with his vast experience during first 2 years of college, he always used to have a solution. CS Shubham Mali, he is an inspiration to all the people at ICT. His calm personality was one of the main reasons for huge success of student activities during multiple lockdowns that happened during our tenure. Last but not the least, Treasurer Dhaval Dhande. I know him since 5th standard. We were at same school, and then to same college, and then to the secretaries of same student body. He is one of the most organized people I know. He used to travel to ICT on regular basis during COVID times for the paperwork regarding TA. TS is not generally consulted regarding fests, but I was consulted during my decisions of my FED TA team. We were really supportive of each other. We enjoyed our tenure, at least I think so. Nonetheless, the three of them became really good friends of mine. All three of them were the most deserving candidates for their respective positions. Although I am an atheist, as many of my fellow secretaries would say, thank you, God Omgar Dhube, God Shivam Mali, and God Dhavaldande. Thank you, Amin ma'am and Pandit sir, for supporting us. I would like to thank all the deans for addressing student queries in the best possible way, especially Bhagwat sir as the Dean of Academics Program. I don't know how you kept track of so much emails during emails without compromising to the majority of them. Just a minute. Student life did not stop even when the whole world was restricted to their homes and going through tough times. Thank you to all my fellow secretaries who put in their souls in the events they organized. Thanks to our PhD representative Tejas Voralkar sir, PG reps Samiksha Sawant and Rajat Goel, all the CRs and BRs, the most underrated people at ICT, who addressed all the student issues in the best possible way, keeping alive the student life of ICT. The events of various fests provided some relaxation and mind away from surrounding COVID situation. So thanks to all the TA secretaries. Special thanks to ladies representative Bhairavi Ekbote, UAA secretaries Anushka, Sakshi and Tanvi. Next, I would like to thank all support staff who adjusted to the pandemic and kept academic, finance and administration section working, especially Vijay Mulam sir, Sate sir and Sachin Kadam sir. The current TA is working absolutely amazingly. All the best team for future events. The only regret I have is that I won't have such an experience as a TS ever again in the future. At last, I would just like to ask professors associated with TA and Dean Committee to not please scare away students and understand, just as you all were understanding during my tenure, and guide current as well as upcoming TA because they lack 2 years behind experience. And your advice would be very much encouraging and valuable to them. So thank you and sleep well tonight.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to call upon Dhaval Dhande, Technological Association's Treasurer for the year 2020-21 to come on the dais.
Hello, respected Atalle sir and Bhagwat sir. Although I'm not ready for this, as I have a throat infection, I'll keep my speech short. I'm just proud of my TA because we completed our events in almost 1/3 the budget of what the normal budget is, for which we had. Also, I'm sorry if I had disappointed any of you, because it seems so. But I will cover up for it. We will. And I just wish everybody all the best and the next year who will have a great experience doing offline events because we missed it. But you will have the chance to experience amazing things and learn various experiences through it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all your speeches. Now let's proceed for the change of guard ceremony. Now I would like to call upon the General Secretaries. Please come on the dais. Now I would like to call upon the Cultural Secretaries. I request the technical secretaries to please come on the dais. I request the treasurers to please come on the floor. I request the public relations secretaries to please come on now. The design secretaries, please. Now I would request the gender discrimination secretaries to please come. Now I would like to call upon the UG representatives to please hand over. I would request the PG representative to please come on the floor. I would request the PhD representative to please hand over. I would request the Vortex secretaries to please hand over. Now I would like the sports club secretaries to please come on the floor. Now I would request the gender discrimination secretaries to please come. Now I would like to call upon the UG representatives to please hand over. I would request the PG representative to please come on the floor. I would request the PhD representative to please hand over. I would request the Vortex secretaries to please hand over. Now I would like the sports club secretaries to please come on the floor. I would like to welcome the sports club convener on the stage. Now I would like to call upon the Manzar secretaries to hand over their responsibilities. I request the E-Cell secretaries to do the honor. I would like to call upon the music club secretaries for the honors now. Now I would like the TEDx curator to come on the floor. Now I would like to call upon the Bombay Technologist secretaries to pass on their responsibilities. I would now call upon the art club secretaries, the fine art club secretaries, and also the performing arts club secretaries. I would now request the literary club secretaries to come on the floor. I request the Manthan club secretaries to please come on the floor. I would request the UAA secretaries to please do the honors. Last but not the least, I would like to call upon the IIC secretaries to please pass on their responsibilities. Congratulations to each one of you. Now I request the General Secretary, Technological Association, Prathamesh Patil, for the academic year 2021-2022 to take the oath and propose the student activities for the year 2021-2022. Please.
I, Prathamesh Patil, having been appointed the position of General Secretary, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position. The biggest challenge which I think will be faced by students is to adjust with the post-COVID time, back to offline interactions and events from online lectures, events, ceremonies and many more meetings. This surely will be challenging. The main focus for the academic year 2021-22 is to restart and regain the enthusiasm which will develop students in all aspects. Till date, we have completed some of our events in the online mode, namely Jazba by the Performing Arts Club event, and the India's largest Chemfest Vortex 9.0, the event by Entrepreneurship Cell, E-Summit. For the upcoming offline events planned, which will start from tomorrow, starting with Manzar, followed by Sports Saga, Nakshatranche Dene by Manthan, and Euphoria. It will be a huge time where everyone will enjoy and get the best of it. This year, as the academic schedule is crunched with ongoing labs, offline classes, we won't have a full-fledged fun tech in the tenure, but how could I let my seniors go without a memorable farewell? The upcoming days of the March end, we have planned a 3-day event, a fully offline event, wherein you all can enjoy Nakshatranche Dene, Euphoria and a farewell. So I hope this will be a great time ahead. Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon the Technical Secretary of Technological Association, Viraj Patil, to take the oath and propose the plan of action. Please come on the stage.
I, Viraj Patil, having been appointed the position of Technical Secretary, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position. To be frank, I am hardly recognized as the Technical Secretary. Even now, many present here won't know if the change of guards would had happened. Like Kshitij, I also believe that COVID helped me become the TS. In this tenure too started in an online mode, and until now, I believe that the Federal TA and the TA Core have managed to fulfill the majority of their duties and promises. The TA team, with efficient coordination, successfully managed to convert majority of the online events to offline mode. As we start with our regular academics and faced in an offline manner, next week, those nostalgic days of ICT will be back. The Technological Association team will try to complete their remaining term in a better way, and in the end will mentor the juniors to create a Technological Association team better than ours. Thank you.
Now I request the Treasurer, Technological Association, Atharv Pimparkar, to please come on the dais.
I, Atharv Pimparkar, having been appointed the position of TA Treasurer, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position. Ikeda Shigekai, the finance minister of Japan in post-World War II times said, "Just because you can do something, that does not mean you should do it." And Technological Association shall strive to work meticulously on these lines. Just because we can do something it does not mean that we will do it. TA 2021-2022 has kept one aim in mind, to make sure that everyone is encouraged and empowered. And on behalf of TA 2021-2022, I would assure all the past TA members that we totally get who have been here where we stand today. We are aware of all the hardships and sacrifices you have made, and we will make you proud, each and every one of you. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call upon the ex-technological treasurer, Dhaval Dhande, to hand over the sponsorship rulebook to the current Technological Association treasurer, Atharva Pimparkar. Now, I call the Cultural Secretary, Technological Association, Ayush Dhande, to take the oath and propose the vote of thanks. Thank you.
I, Ayush Dhande, having been appointed the position of Cultural Secretary, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position. The year commenced with the fest in virtual mode. Our predecessors had already set a benchmark for all of us by successfully conducting all the events in virtual mode. Since the fests are now being held in physical mode like they were used to be, the support and help we have received from our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, VPTA Sir, all the conveners and the support staff has proved even more valuable. During these times, I found my fellow club secretaries to be extremely supportive. I ensure that I will put in my 100% for successful happening of all the activities held by every club and will give equal attention to each one of them and help them in carrying out all the active events and activities to the best of our capabilities. Finally, it gives me the immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks. I thank everyone for taking your time and being present here today and blessing us with your presence. Thank you, everyone.
I would like to thank each one of you for coming here and giving your valuable time. The ceremony is closed. Thank you.